So, do you like that new rock ballad I was working on?
No.
No?
It's so not this channel.
What?
I don't know. I like our.
But that's for that specific, show, right?
Whatever.
That's what that's for. So this is like an impromptu. Hello, boom, we're live. This is like an impromptu. Just we're hanging out. Saturday night. We're at home. It's kind of gloomy and rainy outside, so
depressing.
Figured we would go live here. Put up on the community tab. Asked if people would even want to watch a live stream tonight, hang out with us live, and got a 50-50. Yeah, 50 yes, and we'll be there, and 50% yes, but we can't attend.
Oh.
No no's, so that's really cool. That's
people like us.
Yeah, that's refreshing. So let us know who's watching. Let us know. Say hello in the chat. We're going to be hanging out here, answering questions, talking Funko, talking pop culture, whatever you want to ask us, as long as it's PG, we'll answer it.
Yeah.
I was what?
Oh, it's saying I'm itchy.
Earlier today, I was watching a Universal Orlando live stream, Rick's Flicks, and man, it got me missing Universal because he props to Rick's Flicks. If anybody doesn't know who Rick's Flicks, RIXFLIX, he's a YouTuber. He goes to Universal all the time.
He's a regular.
Oh yeah, every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, all that stuff, and vlogs, like live streams for like 3 hours each day, and it's insane. So
yeah, the dedication to that.
Yeah, the dedication's insane. I mean, he must be in good shape just for all that walking that he does.
Oh yeah.
But man, it really got me missing the just the atmosphere of Universal, and
take it for granted when we were there.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of do. And then you move to a different state, and now you don't have access to it. It's not in your backyard. So
yeah, I miss it.
It stinks.
But
it definitely stinks.
At the same time, it's also not the best time to go right now because it's so hot. It's even hot in Savannah.
Yeah. What did it reach today? Do you know?
I don't know, but
I don't know.
Definitely, like it was really thick.
Ugh.
Like the air.
That's a bad. Really humid. I don't like that way to describe, but it is, right?
Yeah, humid.
Ugh. Thick.
Ugh. Like you could slice it with a knife.
No, thank you. So yeah, I was watching that. It got me missing Universal. The Mummy still hasn't opened.
That's unfortunate.
The Revenge of the Mummy. Laren's always there for you. Yeah. Hey Ed and Haley, good to see you. How's your night going? Sorry I'm late. Hey, it's all good.
Yeah, fashionably late.
There was no schedule to this. There was absolutely nothing planned. I asked in the community tab, and then I got off work not that long ago, so figured, all right, 8:30 works, right? And then I started it early. I think I started it 2 minutes early.
Yeah.
So you're not late. You're definitely not late. It's going good. It's going great, actually. We were just talking about Universal, but the Mummy still has not opened. No. So upset about it. I'm so upset.
Maybe he's getting his coffee.
Yeah, maybe. And no Halloween Horror Nights announcements either. Like,
yeah, literally Rick from Rick's Flicks. God, that's hard to say. Predicted like yesterday or today.
Yeah, well, most people did. They were like every other week kind of deal.
Yeah,
every 2 weeks.
At around like Monday or Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's Saturday.
Who knows what's going on?
Forget what I said.
Tony's Movies and More. Hey Ed, Haley, how's it going?
Good.
Going good. We're just hanging out here. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm disappointed.
Who knows when the next announcement's going to come?
I just want Halloween Horror Nights, but I also don't, just because then it'll be over.
Yeah.
I like the anticipation.
Tony, since you're watching, what do you think the next announcement's going to be? What do you think the next? Because someone made a good point that so far we haven't gotten an original house. So far, these are all 3 of the houses they've announced are
properties,
IPs. Yeah.
But do they really do big announcements for original houses?
If it's a house, they'll announce it. Yeah.
Oh, well, at the same time, I just don't feel like I've ever heard.
What? Heard what?
like a lot of people talking about the original. It's all like the IPs that you really hear people talking about in terms of announcements.
Well, yeah, for sure. Because I mean, when you compare something like Halloween to
Tooth Fairy,
Ghosts of Christmas Past or something, or the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, no one cares. It's all about those IPs. I mean, that's really why. I mean, there was a time when Halloween Horror Nights did not have a single IP.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Or if they did, it was an IP that they owned. That kind of deal.
Yeah.
Technically, they don't own Halloween. They own Halloween 2. That's why you'll always see Halloween 2 around Universal. Like, remember when we went to the tribute store, they have a poster of Halloween 2?
Yes.
That's because Halloween 2 is Universal. Halloween 1 is not Universal. So Freddy versus Jason is not Universal.
Which is kind of surprising because it feels like it.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of things that they get that have nothing to do with Universal. So but there was a time when they didn't even have IPs. It was all original stuff. And then I really want to say it was around the year I went, 2007, when they did Freddy, Jason, Leatherface. That's really when it started picking up with the, oh my God, instead of doing original houses, why wouldn't we just do stuff people are already familiar with?
Yeah, that'll draw people in, the fans.
Yeah, that draws people in because you're familiar with all the stuff. So who knows? It might be an IP. People were talking about Evil Dead.
Yeah, I heard that.
Could potentially.
I heard Stranger Things, which would make sense.
Yeah, because that's been there before. I'd say probably an original, but they may also want to get all the IP out of the way first. Good point. Yeah, good point. They definitely want to get the hype going, But I'm trying to think. I mean, Nope is sort of like the obvious one to me. That is a Universal.
That's true.
It's a Universal property. And also they put the actual set from Nope in the studio tour over at Universal Hollywood. They put it on the tour because they do a tram tour around the studio. And part of that tour now is going to be the Nope set, the actual set. So they disassembled the set, transported it to Universal Studios Hollywood, reassembled it, and now it's on the permanently. And it's going to open the day Nope opens.
Well, Nope's getting released in like
July 22nd.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks? That 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll release that around the time of that going to theaters.
If they're going to do it.
But I can't see why not. I mean, they did Us.
They did. Yeah, they did Us. So I would love to see Nope. I'm incredibly hyped for it. I'm also surprised that we never got Funko Pops for Nope.
I feel
because look, let's pull this up because this is actually my background on my computer here. I'm always constantly changing my background on my computer.
Well, I've had the same one for like years.
Yeah. But I mean, look at this. This is like, I could so see all three of these being.
You have to share your screen.
Yeah, no, gotta zoom in. I could see all three of these. We'll get to that.
Security.
I could see all three of these being Funko Pops. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That is that's what my current computer wall screen. My computer wallpaper.
You're putting wallpaper and home screen.
Yes, that's that. But that's currently what it is. I mean,
oh yeah.
Look at that. That is here. Sorry, let me get Tony's comment out of the way so we can see it properly. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Also, can I just say how excited I am to see Steven Yeun?
Yes. I'm so excited. I am so excited.
I've missed him since spoiler for Walking Dead. He was killed off in season 7.
Which happened like
that's 4 seasons ago?
4 seasons ago.
Yeah, they're on season 11.
So what year was that? Wait a minute.
That's 4 seasons ago.
I know.
It's 2016.
2016.
Yeah, 2016.
Oh, that would make sense.
October 2016.
Yeah, that would make sense. Because I was like, wait a minute. Where was I?
Yep. So I'm super pumped to see Steven Yeun in a role wearing a cowboy hat. Daniel Kaluuya, I think is how you say his name, the guy in the middle there. He's from Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
He's also from one of the best episodes of Black Mirror.
I love him.
So,
he is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, he's great. His role in Black Mirror, I think it's like 15 million merits or 16 million or
15.
something like that.
5 million?
Something million merits is the episode. That role is what got him Jordan Peele's attention and got him casting Get Out. And they just recently, I think Jordan Peele did an interview or something where he said when they were making, I think he said it was Get Out, which is weird to think about this. Like I would have thought he would have said it during Nope. But anyways, he said that Daniel Kaluuya is his De Niro to his Scorsese.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool, you know.
I just saw that. I saw what you were talking about.
To make that, comparison. Because that's, I mean, I'm sure some people are like, how dare you compare yourself to Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro? But I mean, Get Out is terrific. And I'm sure Nope is going to be terrific. I have so much faith in Jordan Peele.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm so mad I didn't see Us in theaters so that I could say all 3 of his films.
Yeah. I saw Get Out in theaters.
I did too.
For some reason. Wait, did I see Us in theaters? That I might have not have avoided it, but it might have avoided me for some reason.
I think it did.
I don't know why. Why I wouldn't have gone to see Us.
Yeah, because I remember I watched it like I was in Ohio and my mom rented it or something. Or like rented it like either on Redbox or like the streaming services or something.
Huh.
Why didn't I see it in theaters?
I don't know.
I saw Get Out with my grandfather.
Hey, shout out to Ken.
Shout out to Ken.
And then Kiki Palmer, who I haven't seen since Jump In.
I haven't seen since True Jackson VP.
Oh, geez. Yeah, Jump In is the last time, the Disney Channel original movie with Corbin Bleu. That's who I know Kiki Palmer as.
I know it's True Jackson.
So going to be awesome to see her in a role as well. So I'm just super pumped for this film. And I could totally see like this as a 3-pack, them all looking up, a Funko 3-pack. So
give it to us.
Give it to us, please. We'll take it.
I'm sure they will do pops because they've done pops for the last 2. Maybe they're just coming later.
Oh, maybe. Waiting out the summer is part why fall is so good.
Part of.
Oh, okay. And if it was Halloween all the time, I'm sure I'd hate it.
Oh, I wouldn't hate it.
No, of course not. Absolutely not.
If I could always live in fall, I would.
Yeah.
I so would.
How was the Black Phone, Tony? Yeah, I've actually been meaning to ask you as well, Tony. Stranger Things would be cool because season 4 is legit the most horror related they have ever done. Good to hear.
I saw the makeup and everything. That's like intriguing to me.
Did Tony answer this? Yeah, he did. Laren, I didn't mind the Black Phone. Was not bad.
He didn't mind it.
You didn't mind it. It doesn't sound like you were a big fan of it though, Tony. What is this? Name withheld by Google for security purposes.
I wish I knew what to call you.
All right.
Name withheld.
That's cool. Yeah, we'll say name withheld. So far, what is your number 1 favorite movie of the year? Question for both of you two. We haven't seen too many we haven't seen too many movies this year, so I'd have to say The Black Phone.
I was going to say that too because in one of the live streams, I feel like I said it, I kind of, put together like all of the pandemic movies into one conglomerate because it's kind of hard to say like the 2020 movies, the 2021 movies, 2022, because like if you even go on to Google, I don't know if they changed it yet, but it'll still say The Black Phone is from 2021 because I'm sure that's when it was supposed to be released. But pandemic and whatnot. I have 2, I guess. I really enjoyed The Black Phone. That's so far like my number 1. But also you liked Old.
Old's not from 2022.
Oh, of the year. I was
he's saying favorite movie of the year so far, 2022.
2022.
We've only seen 2 movies as far as I'm concerned, right?
What year do I think it is right now?
Well, hold on, we have our Letterboxd, so let's pull that up because I don't know what else we've seen so far this year. This is why Letterboxd comes in beautiful, I love Letterboxd. Beautiful handy. Beautiful handy. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Let's see. So far this year, we have seen Oh yeah. Okay. So we've seen. Okay, so there we go. All right, so yeah, they even Letterbox even puts the Black Phone in 2021.
Yeah.
So we've seen this year. Okay. I would still say the Black Phone is my favorite movie so far, but an honorable mention is Jackass Forever. What about you, the Batman?
Yeah, I put the Batman in there.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed the Batman, but I was gonna say, can you put my Letterbox?
Mm-hmm.
Just because I can't remember what year this came out. I want to say it was 2021, but I want to double check because that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Batman. You didn't.
Did not. Nope, not my Batman.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Boom. 2021. You thought Don't Look Up was 2022?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Don't Look Up. That's considered 2021, but I'll put it together because, like I said, my ideology with the pandemic movies is all kind of together. I really like Don't Look Up, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of a hot take because it got like lukewarm reviews, but I really liked it.
Yeah. Also, we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I liked it. You didn't like it. The Netflix film.
No, did not.
The Batman, Jackass Forever. I think our mutual most disliked film is Jurassic World Dominion.
Correct. Yes.
We did not like Jurassic World Dominion.
Despise.
And then these don't count as movies, but we also watched the Dirty Daddy Bob Saget special in honor of Bob Saget, which I really liked. You liked it as well.
Yeah.
It was just like a casual, kind of like this, just people hanging out and talking about Bob Saget.
Honoring.
And the Inside Outtakes from Bo Burnham.
Yes. I'll consider that a feature. Oh, Letterboxd does.
Letterboxd has like TV stuff on here as well.
I guess.
Letterboxd has Black Mirror episodes on here. So.
Well, those are I would consider feature.
Those are television.
They're like mini movies.
They're like mini movies, but they're not mini movies. And Inside is a comedy special, not a film.
Beep, 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 beep,
that's just my opinion. So, but that's everything that we've watched so far. It's like there hasn't been a whole lot that's grabbed our attention. I don't feel.
When did that come out?
2021.
Like when? I don't. The Matrix Resurrection is
December.
like a blur to me.
December. Sounds like we're on the same page, Tony. Okay. No, like I totally understand why the Black Phone would be something that is not up everyone's alley.
I feel like people think it's cheesy.
I don't think people think it's cheesy. I think people think it's not what they were expecting. It's much more it's very psychological. It's like it's advertised as horror, and it's very much not.
I guess.
To me, it's not a horror film per se. I mean, it has elements of horror, but for me, it's a psychological, supernatural thriller.
That's borderline horror. Like horror can be divided into so many subgenres.
Yeah, so like psychological is a like subgenre. You could say it's a subgenre of horror, but The Black Phone is not a straight horror film at all. It's not.
No.
So, but I think that's why people were like, huh?
But it was scary.
There's very few jump scares in it.
It doesn't have to have jump scares to be scary.
No, but
is that a hot take?
But typically something like, what's a popular Blumhouse, like The Invisible Man.
Okay.
Okay, so like let's take The Invisible Man for example. That's science fiction horror.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's to me like that's an actual horror film, The Invisible Man.
Okay.
The Black Phone really isn't. It's more just psychological, supernatural, and there's horror elements mixed in with the.
It was literally like a kidnapper.
Yeah.
Like in his mask. Scary. You don't.
No. I loved it. And I do think of it as a horror film. But it's genuinely.
Are you playing devil's advocate with me right now?
It's genuinely not a horror film. I think of it as a horror film.
What does Wiki list it as?
It is listed. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be listed as a horror film. But when you think of horror, right? Horror thriller. When you think of horror, I don't think the Black Phone is something that would fall into that.
See, I would think so.
For a lot of reasons. Like the fact that Ethan Hawke's character is so talkative and is so like trying to relate to this kid, right? He's like toying with him, right? So that's psychological right there. And there's very few jump scares, and I think people were going in thinking it was going to be these kids are abducted, and we see them put in Saw-like situations.
No,
that's what I think people thought.
Oh.
I'm trying to explain why people are coming out and they're going, eh.
See, I like it because it didn't.
I love that too. I'm trying to tell you why people are not. Why?
I thought you were trying to say that it wasn't horror.
Why Tony is going, it was all right. Why Laren's going, I don't think I really liked it, because I don't think you really liked it, right, Laren? So it's like, that's why. It was advertised one way, and then we got what we got. It's a slow burn.
See, this is why I don't watch trailers.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. I hardly even read like plot synopses. Like, I ask somebody, hey, what's this movie going to be about? And they tell me. I'm like, all right. Or maybe I'll see a poster. I kind of judge. I'm guilty for judging books by covers.
Mm-hmm. And see on Wikipedia, The Black Phone isn't a supernatural horror film. Supernatural comes first. It's not a straight horror film. So that's what's going on there. I think it was advertised one way and people were expecting something. And the fact that Blumhouse is attached to it, they're thinking like a hardcore, bloody, this is a child abductor. We're going to see kids being killed. And
can you even show that?
We didn't even see him kill the kids. They just died off screen.
Can you show kids? I don't think you could show kids being killed.
You can absolutely do that
in like Saw-like situations.
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. You're going to run the risk of your phone. You're going to run the risk of your film getting an NC-17 potentially.
I don't think you can show like torture of kids on film.
Yeah, absolutely. Or at least if I was a major filmmaker and I wanted to tell a story that involves something like that, I'd say, let's go for it. Go for it. Why not? Let's see here. Top Gun Maverick, surprisingly, is my favorite movie this year so far. I would love to go see it. But I am very much anti Tom Cruise because of his connections to Scientology. If you go down that rabbit hole, if you kind of figure out and do your research and you're educated enough on what Scientology is all about, because I think most people are like, oh yeah, Tom Cruise is associated to Scientology. Anyways, I like him as an actor.
Yeah.
That was me a long time ago. Then I went down the Scientology rabbit hole and did the research and everything, heard the horror stories. And the fact that when you go to see a Tom Cruise film, for example, part of your money is going towards Scientology, whether you like it or not. So I don't support him anymore in theaters. I will see this film at some point because I do hear nothing but great things in it. And it does bother me because I think the movie theater is the place to see this kind of film, right?
Yeah.
Where do you stand on that?
I don't know. I've never seen Top Gun. Is that a hot take?
It's really not that. It's like, eh.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying the sequel is better.
I don't know. I guess it's not really my place to speak because I don't even really watch like action-y movies.
So like nothing about it is like appealing to you?
No, not at all.
There you go.
It's just planes and Tom Cruise.
I saw Elvis last night. I found many aspects of it annoying. Yeah, well, that's a biopic. It takes creative liberties. Plus, it's Baz Luhrmann, however you say his name. And that dude is like flashy. He's like...
Yeah, I've been hearing mixed reviews about Elvis. What does it say on Rotten Tomatoes right now?
Has like a 70. It's like in the 70s somewhere.
Better than Bohemian Rhapsody got. Not as good as Rocketman.
Maverick was great. I love this. Name withheld by Google for security purposes. Question for you both. In your lifetime, what is the number 1 or number 2 film Show or reading you would recommend seeing or reading that is very profound to your heart or mind. Do you understand what they're saying?
Like something that like really, like something that you've seen or read or watched that like really is stuck with you.
Oh,
like,
okay. You can go on this. Like, go first on this one.
Something that immediately comes to mind is nothing horror related at all, but something I recommend like everybody watch or read is The Help.
Oh yeah, the one with Emma Stone.
Yes, I read the book. I've watched the movie countless times. It's so like it is the movie, like stuck with me, like in my heart. Like it's made me cry. It's made me laugh. Yeah, my grandmother, like that was like one of her favorite movies to like watch because it would always make her cry at the end. But it's like, God, why is nobody talking about this movie anymore?
Yeah.
I love that movie. I love it so much.
To answer the question, I don't read. I don't like reading. I don't have the attention span, and I'm proud to admit that. I literally start falling asleep. I'm just like, so I don't read, so I can't recommend a book if that's what you're asking. So it's all about film for me. So something that, because I mean, obviously, I feel like I'll just keep rinsing and recycling and repeating something like Her, right, with Joaquin Phoenix. But let's go beyond that, right? Let's go to something that I don't typically talk too much about.
Like I just did with The Help.
Yes. So something that is profound to me, something that has had a lasting impact on me that I think about from time to time when the names come up. And it's a super simple film. There's nothing special about it in terms of what it is about. I mean, this could very much be a Lifetime film, but it's the performances, it's the direction, it's the writing, it's all that stuff that came together, the locations, because it's all on location. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? With Joaquin.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, with Leo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp and Juliette Davis.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
And specifically for Leonardo DiCaprio, because if you didn't know who Leonardo DiCaprio was and you watch that film, you would think the dude is actually autistic. You would think he has special needs. It's one of the most incredible performances I've ever seen in my life. The fact that he was like 18 or 17 when that movie was shot.
Baby.
And he got an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. And somehow Tommy Lee Jones, I think from The Fugitive, if I'm remembering the movie right, something like that. Tommy Lee Jones beat him. And I'm like, huh? That is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen on film with what Leonardo DiCaprio did in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And it's a movie that is like I said, it's a slice of life film. There's nothing special about it. And that's the whole point of the film, is there's nothing special about this town. And what's eating Gilbert Grape? What's eating at him, right? Life is eating at him. Johnny Depp is great in this film as well. Although, fun fact, apparently his time on this movie got him nearly to quit acting. He was in such a depressed state after making this film. And then the next year he made Ed Wood with Tim Burton, and that just reinvigorated him, he said, making Ed Wood. So I would say What's Eating Gilbert Grape doesn't get enough love. So check that out. And The Help with Emma Stone, and who else is in that movie?
Viola Davis.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh my God.
From Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Claire's in there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Also Octavia
Spencer.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. I think the black. Sorry.
I can never remember her name, but she played Carrie.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Perhaps.
In the remake?
No.
In the original?
Yes.
Oh wow, she's in there.
Yeah.
Isn't it Sissy Spacek or something?
I think she's since passed away.
Wow.
I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. She must have been
old.
Yeah, she played like the mother of one of the characters.
Okay.
Yeah, from the original Carrie, she was.
Nice, very cool. I think the black phone will make a good house at HHN. I'll definitely buy the 4K when it comes out. It's going to make a great house. It's going to be interesting to see how they combine, because it's a combined house. It's Freaky and the black phone. So it's going to be interesting to see if what comes first. Is it going to be Freaky and then followed by as you're going through the house and then it transitions into the black phone?
That's how I think it is.
Vice versa, or mixed, somehow mixed. Are they going to somehow creatively mix these two films together.
I hope they don't.
I don't want that either. I really hope they split it, right? And you clearly know, okay, I'm in Freaky. Okay, now I'm clearly in the Black Phone.
Yeah.
I don't want them to somehow put them together and Vince Vaughn is kidnapping the
wearing the mask.
Ethan Hawke is kidnapping Vince Vaughn and the chick from Freaky. Like what? I don't want that. Don't give me that.
I hope they don't do too many creative liberties.
Yeah, don't take too many creative liberties. Follow what we saw. Just that's all you got to do. All you got to do.
Have they ever? Well, how do they normally do it when they mix together when they mix together other characters like the monsters, what have you? They kind of separate them.
For the most part, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen here. I do think that they're going to just somehow splice the two films.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised because, Freaky is a very just bizarre film anyway. It deals with body swapping and all this crap. Yeah. So I wouldn't put it past them to be like, all right, how about maybe let's figure out a way to put these two together because these are Blumhouse properties. Let's figure out a way. I don't know. Typically those comedy houses, because they always have one at least a year at Halloween Horror Nights. They have
last year.
They have a comedy house. I don't remember. Seriously, I like it. But they always have one house that has like a comedic feel to it.
Beetlejuice.
That's probably it from last year. And those I typically don't like that much.
Oh, I love Beetlejuice. I love that house.
There was one year, I think it was like it was like dealing with like Leave It to Cleaver, I think is what it was called. Leave It to Cleaver.
I get it.
Man, that was awful.
I get it.
It was like a butcher of meats.
I get it.
And he went like rogue or something and he's chopping people. I don't know what it was. I like my horror, right? I don't want it played for laughs,
Okay, Beetlejuice was an exception because he is kind of that sort of character.
Yeah.
So it worked. I also got hit on in that house by the actors.
But nothing about that house scared me. It was just cool to look at.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, cool. Oh, wow, look at that.
That's why I liked it.
Yes, but when I go to Halloween Horror Nights, I want to go through that house and I want to be like, oh, okay, all right. And I'll be honest, when I go through houses, I don't understand why people go through haunted houses and they're like trying to egg the actors on or they're acting tough. It's like, First of all, why are you here?
It's like, I'm not scared. Like, I don't get scared at anything. I'm going to go through the house and I'm not going to get scared.
Why are you here? Look, everybody knows this is fake. Everybody knows you're not going to die when you go through this house. When you enter the house, let it go. Let everything go. Go in there and just try to have the best time of your life.
Yeah. Well, personally, this might be like a unpopular opinion, but I like getting scared.
Yeah. It's
an adrenaline rush.
It's an adrenaline rush. To me, I love letting go of control. I love feeling like I'm not in control.
Letting your guard down.
Yeah. I love pretending, being like an actor in a horror film. Mm-hmm. And that's what these houses do. They make you feel like you could die. Yeah. When in the back of your head, you're like, oh, yeah. I know I'm going to get out of here.
Well, I remember when I first went in 2019, there was it was called The Graveyard or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like zombies and what have you.
Yeah.
And I remember the end, it was where the Beetlejuice house was. And it was just dark. There was just a long, a hallway that was eerily too long, to be a normal hallway to get out.
I love those.
And it was dark.
I love those.
Yeah. And I was quite literally nothing happened. I think something was supposed to, but for our walkthrough, it didn't. Mm-hmm. And it just made it even scarier because it was oh my God, what's going to happen? Because it's something was definitely supposed to happen at the end. And I'm pretty sure we heard about it, but the fact that nothing did.
Yeah.
And that's the scary thing. It's the anticipation.
Yeah, it makes it exciting. Mm-hmm. Mikey's in the chat.
Mikey.
Soul 6 string. Wiki is God. Wiki is all there's ever been.
Yes.
Love seeing you in here, man. And I love your profile picture. Such a good looking dude. Tony's Movies and More. I'd consider it a psychological thriller with supernatural elements. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It is not.
I'm not gonna argue.
It is not a typical horror film.
I'm not gonna argue.
No. I'm glad it wasn't Saw with kids. That would have been awful.
That's what I'm saying.
It might have been. It might have been awful, but hey, you know what? I mean, look. Like I'm trying to think of a movie that like maybe doesn't physically show it, but it's definitely implied. Something like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake with Jackie Earl Haley. That is very much implied that he's not only killing these kids, but he's like doing stuff with the kids on the side. Like, you know what I mean? So
I was thinking Sinister.
And that was 2010. So now let's fast forward 12 more years. Like you can definitely put this stuff on screen. Yes, it's going to turn a lot of people off. It's going to go, why am I watching this? This did not need to be explicit. It needed to be implicit.
Wait, so. It's Sinister.
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure there's kids being killed in there. Like, isn't there a scene where they're all like tied up on lounge chairs by like a pool and they all get pulled into the pool one by one?
Yeah, I think so.
So, I mean, you can kill kids on screen. Absolutely.
I think there's like a line. There definitely is like a legal line that you draw that like you cannot show certain things on screen, like with kids. Yeah. I don't know.
Laren didn't see the trailer for The Black Phone, liked it, but it won't make my top 10 of the year, you know? Yeah, well, I mean,
depends on what else you see this year.
Yeah, still like what else is coming out this year? So what we have, Nope. That's probably if Jordan's track record is staying on point, that's probably going to be in a lot of people's top 10. I think even though those trailers have been showing us, I still don't think we've seen half or any of what that film is about.
We haven't even seen like what's killing people. So that's interesting to me.
I wouldn't put it past him that everything in that trailer isn't even in the movie. I really wouldn't put it past Jordan Peele to do something like that. Film, because like I know there's examples of that where they put stuff in trailers and then none of that is in the movie. I don't know the exact examples right now off the top of my head because we're live, but it's been done where they've made fake trailers. So you go in thinking one thing and then you're totally blindsided. I wouldn't put it past Jordan Peele to do that with Nope.
Okay.
So, but that's why I'm so excited for it. Like it's an event. A Jordan Peele movie is now officially an event.
Yes, I agree.
You know?
I agree.
So, Halloween Ends is coming out this year.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that could crack people's top 10, depending on, you know, what you're into.
Jackass Forever came out this year.
Jackass Forever.
Top 10 worthy.
I'm sure Elvis is going to end up on a lot of people's top 10.
No.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of people are enjoying Elvis. DiCaprio was phenomenal in Gilbert Grape. Great film. Sissy Spacek. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, DiCaprio. That's like a top 5 performances for me from DiCaprio. Incredible.
Ooh, another DiCaprio performance that is also a movie that's stuck with me like profoundly. And I just mentioned it not too long ago that I feel like it should be a movie that gets a Criterion like honor is Django. Unchained.
Yeah. Calvin Candy. Yeah, he's great in that movie too.
My guy literally smashed his hand like for real and just kept going.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure people were like, hey, ayo.
Yeah, he's vile in that movie.
Yeah, that's a really good performance. And Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. And what the heck is his name? Christopher
Waltz.
Or Christoph Waltz.
Christoph
Waltz. Yeah, he's terrific in that. Kerry Washington's in there as well, playing Django's wife, who's like captured. She's really good. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
As like the butler.
Yes.
He's phenomenal. Like everything about that movie is great. I love Django Unchained.
I demand Django Unchained.
Pops. Give us pops of Django Unchained.
Oh, go get into the Criterion.
How about Evil Dead 2 for a horror comedy?
I've seen.
What are you talking about? Like for a house?
Or maybe as an example of horror comedy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, isn't that like kind of what it evolves into? Like the first movie is kind of serious and then it becomes like more comedic as it goes on.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2 is more like what people think of when they think of Evil Dead. You've only seen the remake.
I've only ever seen the remake.
I've only seen the first of the original.
Okay.
Which I enjoyed. Like I didn't love, but I definitely have to see the second one. with Bruce Campbell.
Yep, Bruce Campbell. Yeah. Mikey says Parasite should be. Parasite should be what?
If it's it's already in the Criterion, if that's what you mean.
Are you talking about the Criterion Collection? Yeah, Parasite is actually in the Criterion Collection. Richie Longbottom, welcome back. Hello, how's everyone on this hot summer night?
Yeah, it is.
I guess it depends where you are in this particular part of Savannah, Georgia that we're in. It's stopped now, but it's been raining all day.
But it's still like heat wave.
Like yeah, for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. It's crazy. Yeah. Like feels like 100 and something. Good Lord.
It's crazy. But we're doing good. We're hanging out here. We're just chatting with everyone in the chat room. That's what we're doing. Mikey says, LOL, that message was supposed to be Parasite should be movie of the year, even though it came out in 2019. You can tell every shot is so painstakingly crafted and has such a beautiful artistry. And, of course, amazing performances. I need to actually see some movies that came out this year. Laughing my booty off.
Well, okay. I really want to watch Parasite. Okay. It's a long movie. So it's like I really have to be in the mindset to watch a long movie. And it would be better if I could watch it with somebody, but somebody
don't wait for me on this one. Don't wait for me on this one.
Won't watch movies in different languages with subtitles.
Watch it by yourself.
But it's still like it's harder for me to get into the mindset watching it.
Okay.
It's because it's like dedication time.
Sure.
Won't watch subtitles.
Says the one who comes home from work and then just goes to bed.
Yeah, that's like, why would I want to? Okay, instead of falling asleep during the movie.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, instead of coming home and going to bed, watch the movie.
But what if I fell asleep during the movie because I needed that nap because I was forget it.
Well, then I say that the movie isn't that good. All right? We've all been in a situation where you're like borderline tired and a movie comes on and that tire goes away. You're like, I know I've been like, all right, I could go to sleep. I'll turn this movie on. I'll give it a chance. And then I'm hooked. And I forget about my tiredness. So that's sort of like a good gauge of if the movie's good or not.
That's not fair, because when I first tried to watch Don't Look Up with Ken, like I fell asleep like within the first 20 minutes. And I guess I was just like really tired because, like I just said, I rated it as one of my favorite movies like in the past since 2020. And I was like, all right, because I watched it at night. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And
well, there's your other problem right there. I'm talking about when you get off work at like 1 in the afternoon. So
that's what I have to say about. That's what I'm saying though.
Tony, it's actually wicked nice in Massachusetts. 80 degrees and no humidity today. Yeah, really jealous. Like what, you're around the Braintree area, which is where a lot of my family is located, like I was telling you there. You've probably bumped into them at like a Best Buy or something.
Oh, man, that makes me miss the north because like in Ohio right now, it's like 70 something, which is so nice. And like it feels like it too. So it's not like, oh, it says it's 80 and it feels like 200 degrees. No.
Yeah. Well, here you go. Here it is. This is Mikey's last comment on this. It's so worth it. Political commentary, suspense, emotional turmoil. Just yes.
I know.
So there you go. If you needed some encouragement, thanks, Mikey.
Okay. You might have just sold me. Because then again, I always like forget about it. Only because it's like, all right, what horror movie do I watch today?
Yeah.
What scary movie?
So
but I'm going through the Criterions slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And that is on there.
Yep. And the Criterion sale is going on right now in July. Barnes and Noble, also on Amazon, I think is matching.
Yes.
50% off titles.
I just watched Fantastic Mr. Fox while we're talking about Criterions. I love that. I love it. I loved it.
Did we talk about Defending Your Life?
We did not.
Have we talked about that?
Nope.
So that's a movie we watched recently together, which is a Criterion Collection title. It's called Defending Your Life. It's Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep. And it's basically like, I said it was the kindergarten version of Disney and Pixar's Soul.
Which is ironic because Disney.
Yeah, it's because it's animated. But like Defending Your Life flirts with themes and stuff that I would have liked it to go further with. And then Soul is the movie that just kind of takes it and runs with it so beautifully. But Defending Your Life was fun. Like I really actually enjoyed it. It has another terrific performance from the actor Rip Torn.
And that's like my favorite name
for like a
ever.
person. Like his parents were like, I don't like, is that his actual birth name or is
No.
that his just like stage name?
It's his stage name.
Either way, it's great. But most people would think of him as, I think, Zed or Zed Ned, something like that. The main guy,
Zed Ned.
the main guy who runs Men in Black in the Men in Black trilogy,
Okay.
the guy with the facial hair. That's who Rip Torn is, and he's in this movie. And it's just one of those great films where it's like you're instantly hooked, and it's just about a guy who is going about his life, and all of a sudden he dies randomly out of nowhere. He hits a bus, he's killed, and he's taken to the afterlife. And in the afterlife, basically, according to this film, the whole purpose of life is to show courage and to display courage. And then when you die, you're basically on trial, even though they say it's not a trial. You're on, and you have to defend your life and show that you lived a life full of courage to continue to continue on in the journey through the galaxy. Otherwise, you're reincarnated back on Earth.
Yeah, it's good food for thought. I really like pondering stuff like that.
It's very interesting, and like the way they talk, right, and everything, and like the great line that Rip Torn says is, you know, most people on Earth, or everybody on Earth, uses 3% of their brain. Here, like I use 46% of my brain. Like it's just like funny stuff.
And
like
he was like, "Oh, how much do I use?"
Yeah, like
he's like, "Guess, like 45, 46." And he's like, "No, 3."
Yeah, 3%.
3.
It's just great. It's just great. It's presented much more comedically. Soul has like comedy to it, but it's much more serious.
Yeah,
so that's why I liked it. But I would say check out Defending Your Life from Albert Brooks. By the way, movies are great, but sleep, hydration, and mental health are important. So make you beautiful people. Keep taking care of yourselves. Much love. Now I'll be quiet.
Don't be quiet.
Yeah, don't be quiet, Mikey. We love
quiet.
you. We love you, dude. Miss you, man. It's insane. Now that we live here in Georgia, you know, can't hang out with all my friends in Florida. So definitely miss hanging out with you. Defending Your Life sounds good. Thanks for the recommendation. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Really definitely check it out.
I mean, if Meryl Streep didn't sell you like it sold me alone.
Yeah. Here, let's just so you can see what it kind of looks like, and so we can quickly just show it here. From 1991. Let's go to, you'll go here. Has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, if that means anything to anybody.
If you're like me, who kind of biasly judges.
Yeah. And then we'll go here, go here. There it is. It's a romantic comedy fantasy film about a man who finds himself on trial in the afterlife, where proceedings examine his lifelong fears to determine whether he'll be yet again reincarnated on Earth. Despite comedic overtones, the film also contains elements of drama and allegory. Yeah, so it's just it's great. Here's the poster. The first true story of what happens after you die. And the director, Albert Brooks, who also is the writer and the star, so he wrote, directed, and starred in. He said that, you know, he got a lot of people after the movie came out that would tell him that, you know, my mother was dying and we watched this movie and it gave her comfort.
Oh,
you know, knowing that, you know, according to this film, there is something afterwards.
Yeah.
There's something that, you know, you can look forward to.
Yeah.
So, you know, he said that's all I can ask for when you make a movie like this, is that it has that kind of an impact on people. It brings comfort to people, even in the most dire circumstances.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see that, you know, watching this movie and being like, all right, cool. Like, I'm okay with, you know, like when you watch a movie like this, you're okay with it because you get sucked into the film and you're like, oh, this is actually what's going to happen.
You get like into the universe that this world creates.
And you start to believe that when you die, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be put on trial and you're going to have to defend your life. So it's cool that way, you know? That's why I like Soul, you know?
Yeah.
it like shows that something happens, you know. So without bringing the mood down too much. You pick up anything else? Oh, from the Criterion sale? I wanted to, I really want to, but I have to kind of control myself because, you know, with all the spending and everything. So that's also something that we can quickly talk about here on the channel is, but I actually really like the idea of this. You know, we're gonna try to cut back on the buying pops, right? We're gonna try to, you know, limit our spending on the pops, but like we can still do vlogs and we can just call them like window shopping.
Yeah, like that's what I say that you do all the time.
And I don't know about anybody else watching. I love window shopping.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
I do too.
I love picking something up and going, man, I'd love this. Okay.
That's what I do all the time. That's okay. I'm about to call you out right now because like I love window shopping. I do it all the time. Like the amount of stuff that I actually pick up to look at is more than what I ever buy.
Yeah.
But like I'll say like, hey, let's go to the mall. And he'll say, oh, what are you looking for? Like you want to get something? I'm like, no. And he'll go, then why are we here? Because I like to think that I'm gonna buy something even though I don't.
Good. You deserve that. You deserve that. Are you guys attending HHN in Orlando this year? Yes, of course. Absolutely. We are definitely going to Halloween Horror Nights this year. It's going to be in October. We're going. I've never really gotten into the whole let's go in September thing.
But we did last year.
Yeah, but I don't like that. To me, it's like it's Halloween Horror Nights and Halloween is in October. So I've also never understood why they go past Halloween.
They don't really do that.
Yep. Some years they've gone into like November 3rd.
They didn't do it last year.
Yeah, because they realized the error of their ways and how stupid that is. That is like genuinely stupid.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
It's like if you weren't here the whole month of October, where were you?
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be.
I don't understand that.
There's a mark on my forehead. Or my owie.
Yeah. Karma for calling me out. But no, the Criterion collection, like there were definitely titles I wanted to pick up. Absolutely. Uncut Gems. Love Uncut Gems. Wanted to pick up the Jackie Chan Police Story 1 and 2. Those movies I actually, and because they're in I'm pretty sure they only have subtitles on those. I don't think they did an English dub on that. I would watch those movies just because they're action films. And when you watch a Jackie Chan movie, you're just watching for the crazy stunts the guy does. I'm not watching for the story. I just want to see Jackie Chan hang off a truck and fall down a cliff and know that he actually did that without a stuntman. So those movies I would watch, even though they're foreign language films.
You also want to pick up Night of the Living Dead.
I would have picked up Night of the Living Dead. I would have picked up all the Stanley Kubrick films that are in the collection because I love Stanley Kubrick is probably my second favorite director of all time, right behind James Cameron. So love the Criterion collection. Love for Stanley Kubrick. And by the way, just recently added this to the VHS collection. So there's that. Very cool, kind of vintagey looking VHS of The Shining. Here's
I still have to get a VHS player.
Here's the back.
Still have to get a VHS player.
Epic Nightmare of Horror. This was the year they did The Shining as a house. I loved that house. At Halloween Horror Nights, they turned The Shining into a house.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Incredible. That's so good.
I can imagine.
The actors wearing like Jack Nicholson masks.
Was it like uncanny?
It was really good. And like they, the way they try to mask it with like the strobe lights and like they just pop out and they pop back in kind of deal.
Yeah.
But what was funny was at the end of the house when you see Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance frozen and dead, right? That iconic shot of him frozen in the maze. They recreated that in the house. That looked nothing like Jack Nicholson whatsoever. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it was really cool. The way they did like the effect of the elevator doors opening up and the blood coming out. That was really cool. Them recreating the maze just made sense because a haunted house is a maze.
Yeah, I've always said I wanted to see, like, if you were to slice open the roof of one of those houses and just look down.
Yeah.
I like to see what it looks like.
Well, I would love to. They offer this. It's expensive as all get out, but it's the RIP tour.
Oh, yeah.
Where they turn on the lights and they have a tour guide take you through the haunted houses and show you how they work.
I would like to just walk through, like, I don't care, lights on, lights off, but I just want, because when you're walking through in the line, you're almost kind of like shoved a little bit too fast.
Yeah, you can't take everything in on one go.
Yeah, it's like, especially with the Beetlejuice house, I would have loved to, like, just look at all like the miniature, like his scale model of the town. I would have loved to just like, wow.
Yep.
But I couldn't. Like,
it's exciting. I mean, I would love to do it. I would love to take an RIP tour, but like I said, they're not cheap. So, and already Halloween Horror Nights is expensive, especially on the night we're going. I tried to get Tony and Dave to agree to do like a weekday because it's much cheaper, but it's not going to work for them. So we have to go on a Saturday, which is when it's a ticket is in the 3 digits.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Couldn't even do a Friday, Tony.
Couldn't do it. Que pasa? Hello, Rock Music Forever 90.
It's going good.
What does que pasa mean? I forget.
Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's going on? It's good to see you in here. Rock Music Forever. Tony says the RIP tour is insanely expensive, but seems like it would be fun. Yeah, it's weird to me that it's that expensive. I mean,
okay, how expensive are we talking?
I think we're like talking another 3 digits on top of your like you have to buy a ticket because I'm pretty sure, my memory serves me right, if you like just buying an RIP tour doesn't get you into Halloween Horror Nights. That's a separate ticket. So you cannot go to Halloween Horror Nights and buy the RIP tour. Who wants to do that? So these are two separate tickets that you have to buy, and the RIP tour is definitely 3 digits. So I feel like they do that so that not everyone does it, and then they're overwhelmed with tours. You know what I mean?
They should do like a discount, like if you buy both of them, like as a bundle.
I'm pretty sure they offer something like that, but it's still like insanely expensive. It's still insanely expensive. Rock Music Forever. Eddie doesn't know what que pasa means. Isn't Eddie half Hispanic? I remember in a live stream a couple of years ago. Honestly, you know, I would love to figure that out. What is it called?
Like ancestry or something.
Yeah, like where you like get the details on what your history is. I would love to know what the heck I am. I do know I have Puerto Rican in me. So
yeah, but you don't even know. Forget it.
Nope.
I'd like to know what I am.
Huh?
I would like to know what I am other than white.
Other than white. Yeah, I would too.
Like the whitest white there is.
But then part of me, like the conspiracy theorist that thinks that everyone's against everyone again in the world, would be like, oh, these are all fake results. Like there's actually no way you could prove this.
Forget it. I'm not even gonna.
Like that's where my mind would go. You know what I mean? Like the.
You can even find out like your ancestor and what? You can even find out like the ancestry history, whatever, of your dog. You can submit DNA of your dog and they can tell you where your dog came from.
Yeah, but no part of your brain goes to like thinking that how can they do that and that it's all made up?
How could it be made up?
How could it not? How could it not be made up?
Your DNA. Your DNA. I can take like a little strand. You swab like your Q-tip of your cheek or something. You know what's DNA is on that?
Well, this is the part where like I love
DNA's not real.
I love conspiracy theories. Like I am absolutely addicted to them.
And he likes playing devil's advocate with me.
I love conspiracy theories because it's fun to think that, you know, what if the earth is flat, right? Have you been into space? No, you haven't. You've only been shown stuff.
Can we not talk about
this? That's controlled, right? So, you know, I'm not saying I believe the earth is flat, right? Or that Walt Disney is frozen somewhere, right? But it's fun to think about that stuff, right? No? It's not fun for you to think about that stuff?
It's
Why does it seem like you're always against me in these things?
Because it's like
you just accept everything at face value?
Not everything.
You never question stuff?
Like stuff where it's like obvious that it's like don't even start with like that Earth flat thing. It's like it doesn't matter if we've seen it. It's like we wouldn't be alive if that were the case. If gravity didn't exist, we wouldn't be alive.
Don't know. Like, I don't know.
Like if
I don't know.
It's literally like
there's always a rebuttal that someone can provide, right?
But there's like
it's like you never learned anything on your own. It was always force fed to you, right? So I can see where people come from. You didn't discover anything on your own. It was always provided to you. When you're growing up, that's how it is. You're taught it, right? So it's like, where did it start? Kind of deal. You can go down a rabbit hole of this, and this is something that I would do on my podcast, right? I would have someone on, and we would just go back and forth on this kind of stuff. I mean, but if you really stop and think, it's true. Like, we didn't learn anything on our own. It's always been passed down to us and kind of taught. You're taught essentially what to believe in life. So it's
free will.
It's interesting, is all I'm saying. And if anyone watching is into this kind of stuff, there's a ton of episodes on my podcast where I talk about this stuff with guests.
I like conspiracy theories when they can't be blatantly disproved by fact. Like, there's literally like, even though you didn't personally see the Earth like from space, there is like literal, like undeniable, like it literally has to be this or we wouldn't exist. Like stuff like, I don't know if you've ever heard of like, and I know it was disproven, but I'm gonna say it for the concept. The really popular conspiracy theory about like, have you seen this man? And it's like all these people are coming forward saying that this man was in their dreams. And it was just very like this ambiguous looking man. And people were like, oh my God, yeah, I have seen him. Where did he come from? And the fact that like the story behind it, where it was like, oh, he's like God, or he's like the embodiment of this. But the people are really having the dreams of the man. So it's like conspiracy, like why that is. Like, okay, this is a fake story. Like the person who made the poster made it up. But real people are saying that they've seen him in the dreams.
That just sounds to me like Nightmare on Elm Street. But we're all dreaming about Freddy Krueger.
But I'm saying like stuff like that where it's like it really is left to like, huh?
Yeah.
Not where like I can look at math and stuff and say, oh yeah, great.
I think it's fun to talk about.
I do too. But
flat earthers of the DNA world. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. I just think to think if you send off your DNA and you get results back and you actually 100% trust that without doubting it at all, I think that's foolish, because it's like, then you're just giving your trust like immediate, like you're giving all of your trust away, and you're saying that what I'm looking at is 100% fact. When if I were to do that and I got the results back, I would look at it and go, all right, this is a bit like, this is 90% fact, 10%. I'm going to question this.
Yeah, I guess. But like, if they give me like because there are some that tell you like what you are, like, oh, I'm 50% Italian, I'm 10% German. Like, then there's ones that'll like give you your family tree. So that's like, I don't know. Like everybody is related to George Washington.
Yeah. Can you go grab the charger, please? Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to plug it in before we went live. But yeah, Bigfoot isn't real. Well, if you were to tell that to his name's Steve, who we met at FUNKO PopCon, I don't know. I think he would disagree with you. He's collecting all the Bigfoot pops. So, oh, and then that plugs in. I plug it in that socket right over there with the air freshener. So, cool. Let me just drag it over here. Thank you.
Like, okay, with conspiracy theories, since you brought up Bigfoot, or technically Rock Music Forever did, but I like thinking about aliens or just like life on other planets, like stuff that we quite literally cannot prove or disprove. But it's like, I like thinking about it, like life on other planets. I like space.
It's fun to talk about. I just don't like
talking about like the stupid ones.
even the stupid ones. Like I actually at one point contemplated, is that okay? Are you good with that?
Yeah, it just felt like the mic cord got shorter.
That's as far as I can go.
Oh, it's because it's...
Don't pull.
No.
I don't want it to disconnect. I actually contemplated having on my podcast at one point some guy who ran a flat Earth website or something like that. And look, I think to go through life thinking you know everything is foolish. So I'm always open to people, even as stupid as it sounds, talking about that stuff, right? So that's why I would talk to somebody who believes the Earth is flat. Because it's like, that's so cool to me that you actually think the Earth is flat.
I think I'd fight him.
But see, that's the problem.
But it's like
not being open-minded.
But it's not like open-minded. Okay, there's difference between like fact and plausible. Like it's
But then
flat Earth, look, you're sticking with the flat Earth thing. I'm saying like if you're talking about like what's it called? Like
he's getting riled up, folks.
Well, because it's like you're so focused on like flat Earth, like you're so like conspiracy theories are not all roped into one thing. There's like you could separate them between like this is like like Holocaust deniers and flat earthers are in the same playing field to me. Where it's like, what are you even saying right now?
We're still a FUNKO channel.
But it's like there's that, and then there's like the really truly what ifs. It's all up to your interpretation, huh? And that's what I like talking about. I like talking about that.
All right. Richie Longbottom, you making a video of HHN or are you going with anyone? Yes and yes. We're going with Tony from Tony's Movies and More and Dave from Durant Cinema. So that's who we're going with.
You should have censored that name.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get someone in the comments saying we should not be friends with him. Ed's second channel, Conspiracy Theories with Ed. No, that's what my podcast is. I mean, that's not all my podcast is, but there's definitely been a lot of episodes where with my guest, whoever it is, we've definitely talked about conspiracy theories. So they're fun to talk about. And if people get like heated over them or something, like, and then I'm just like, all right, let's stop talking about it. Because it's if you're not gonna be open-minded, it's no fun. So have either of you had any paranormal experiences?
Yes.
No.
Yes. This was very real. Like to this day, I can't explain it. I don't even think I've told you this story, but there are like other people can confirm that it happened, like my family members. So I'm gonna brief it.
I was gonna say, make this abbreviated.
Yeah, but just because there is like a lot of lore, Haley lore to this story, but I'll brief it. So when I was small, I got into an accident, a really bad accident that almost cost me my life, and I was put in the hospital, and so I was there for, I can't even remember like what amount of time, but I had like bleeding behind my eyes, like I had shaken baby syndrome. But yeah, so I like wasn't doing too hot. And so, I could barely walk, I could barely eat. And my Nana would always like stay with me like in the hospital. She also wouldn't eat or sleep, just looking after me and what have you. And one night she was just like in distress. And so she had two of her sisters over in like the hospital room to like comfort her and her mom. And when her sisters went out of the room, or her mom went out, like somebody, it was just me and her. And a nurse came in, and I remember seeing like, how nurses wear like the patterned shirts, like their scrubs, like not the clear ones, like the plain blue, but they have like stuff on them.
Like ducks?
Like ducks.
Sure.
Yeah, but she had like one distinctly on it, and it had rainbows. And I remember that. It was blue. And she was like, here, she was like, hey, how's everybody going? How's everybody doing? And my Nana was like, just, in distress. And she touched her, and she was like, don't worry, honey, everything will be fine. She'll be okay. And she was like, "Can I get your?" She's like, "Oh my god, like thank you so much." Like, and they started talking, just saying like nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. Like she will make it through this, and then she left. And I was telling my sisters, she's like, I saw this nurse, and I saw her too, and she was like, okay, like I want to get her like back in the room. So she went to the reception desk and she's like, hey, is nurse so and so, because I forget her name, on this floor? And they were like, nurse who? So they were like looking like, we don't have a nurse so and so, like not even in this building, let alone on that floor. And to this day, like we believe that it was my guardian angel, because obviously I'm here today. And yeah, that story always sticks with me.
Well, there you go. A little bit of Haley backstory. No, besides watching like movies and stuff like Paranormal Activity, like that's the closest I've ever gotten to a paranormal event, watching someone else go through a paranormal event. I don't believe in it. I don't believe any of that
so
stuff.
Now you're closed-minded.
Oh, like if I'm open to it being proven. I don't think there's ever been like proof, actual substantial proof, right? Like Dave McRae, like I talk a lot about him here on the channel. He did a whole episode on his channel where he was like him and Tony, his co-host, were watching another Tony.
I remember.
Were watching like supposed hauntings caught on camera, and they would like watch them and they'd stop and they'd go, yeah, but it's always stuff moving, and it's always like chairs tipping over, and it's always it's so I'm like in the same boat where it's like, show me actual crazy stuff. And it's so hard in today's day and age when you see a video of something paranormal.
I don't believe any
where
YouTube
it's like,
videos.
it's like anybody can fake this. We now have the technology where we can put someone who's passed away on screen, and you would believe they're on screen.
Yeah.
So if we can do that, if we can bring Carrie Fisher back to be in a Star Wars movie, if we can bring Michael Jackson back to do a performance on stage, Tupac, if we can do all this, okay, so now you're showing me a paranormal video.
Well, I also believe that there is like a part of me that believes that there's some sort of like paranormal, like I don't believe in like seeing ghosts and stuff, like maybe like apparitions, like from like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people have seen stuff, but it's their brain trying to process it.
Or wanting to see something, or wanting to believe.
Right. I believe that like every like it will never be caught on camera. Like I believe in like spirits, like the soul of a person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe we have something that goes beyond, something like the movie Soul.
Yeah, I believe in that.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in like, if there was like a ghost, you're not going to catch it moving stuff on camera. You're never going to catch anything on camera.
Although my dad, shout out to my dad, he's like his biggest wish when he dies is that he can do that. He can come back as a ghost and he can tip something over and like
freak your mom
screw with people. I don't think he would do it to the family. I think he would do it to strangers. I think he would like just go out to like a Denny's and pick someone's waffle up. Something like that, like the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, where he's trying to move the can and he can't, and the guy teaching him is like, no, you got to do it like this, you got to believe. And then, have you ever seen Ghost?
No.
Oh, that's another one, like to that question earlier, profound. That's a movie that is so like, oh man, you're gonna, that is a ball, like a tear jerker right there. That is a ball of tears. Like, ball of tears, is that an expression? No. What is happening? Yes, in the arms of an angel. Sarah McLachlan. McLachlan?
Yeah.
She's also the person who sings that great song in Toy Story 2, When She Loved Me.
Stop. I think about that song all the time and I cry. No, that song makes me cry. Don't even say that.
Toy Story 2, my favorite. Ghost is so good. Yes, Laren, absolutely. Patrick Swayze, rest in peace. Demi Moore, absolutely. Maybe we should watch that tonight. Ghost? Are we watching Ghost?
Watching Ghost.
Oh man, that's where that's not where it came from, but that's like the most iconic when you hear Whoa, my love, my darling, I long for your touch. You've heard that, right? Never heard that song? What the heck is that song called? Unchained Melody. Yeah. You've never heard that song? What? Maybe when you hear it, you'll do it.
Because I don't think you're doing it justice.
Yeah. Singing on a live stream? Oh, man. Apparently Rock Music Forever is having a hoot over there. Yeah, go watch Ghost. I'm telling you, it's a great movie. And then shout out to Michael Jackson's music video / song called Ghosts.
Oh, yeah, I like that song.
Yeah. Fun fact, directed by Stan Winston.
Nice.
The guy behind the Terminator effects, the guy who created all the animatronics for Jurassic Park. Stan Winston, he's like right up there with Rick Baker and Tom Savini, like in the special effects makeup area. But yeah, he directed that music video, Ghosts. So it's really cool, and it's like that's an underrated Michael Jackson song.
Yes, I do enjoy that song.
Very good.
Like a lot.
It's off the same album, Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yep. Yeah, that's why.
So
I like it.
Man, I wish copyrights didn't exist because I would play Unchained Melody right now, but we'd get dinged for it. So, Laren, thoughts on Small Soldiers? Oh man, you talk about a childhood film right there. That I grew up on Small Soldiers. That's from Joe Dante. The Howling. I feel like he did Gremlins. You know those movies, right?
I know Gremlins.
Yeah. Joe Dante. Small Soldiers. That's basically the live action version of Toy Story.
I don't know.
Toys coming to life. And it's the main villain of the movie is Major Chip Hazard, and he's voiced by Tommy Lee Jones. Right? Tell me if I'm right or wrong on that, Laren. Tommy Lee Jones is the voice of Major Chip Hazard. And Kirsten Dunst is in that movie in a very early performance of hers. I would love Funko Pops of Small Soldiers. That's a great movie. You like Toy Story, right?
Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Now watch Small Soldiers because it's live action. And it's practical.
Is it like stop motion?
No. They built the toys and then underneath they like moved them like puppets kind of deal. But like obviously you don't see it on the film. Like I'm sure there's CGI in that movie, but it's like in the early 90s, like early to mid 90s is when that movie came out. So it's all practical. It's actually really, really darn cool. I like that movie, Laren. Yeah, Small Soldiers. It's great. Stan Winston was also involved in Small Soldiers. That's pretty cool. He did Gremlins 1 and 2. Yes. Okay, cool. Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones, yes. Kirsten Dunst is my celebrity crush. Yeah, she's great. I think I fell in love with her in Spider-Man. I think we all did when she played Mary Jane. Yeah. Yep. Kirsten Dunst.
Dunst.
Yeah, definitely. Ghost Pops. I'm trying to always bring it back to Funko. Like I don't ever want to forget that we're a Funko channel because we're talking now about like conspiracy theories and death and all this crap. But the toys try and kill you in Small Soldiers. Yeah. So like they're evil and they try to come alive and like kill you.
What?
Yeah. So it's the PG-13 version of Toy Story. Right? So that's what's so cool about this. Like I just had this epiphany. I'm sure other people have. If you want, like you can start your kid out at Toy Story, right? And then when they're in their teens, show them Small Soldiers. And then when they turn like 17, 18, show them Child's Play. All about toys coming to life, progressively getting more violent. Speaking of Toy Story, did anyone see that like clip that they combined with the Tom Hanks, that like controversy he had where he pushed the guy on the street? He said, back the F off of my wife, the guy who tripped his wife. Someone put that over him yelling at Buzz in Toy Story, "You are a toy," but they put that over it and it actually matches up really good. Back the F off. You are a toy. You are a child's plaything. So good. Those pops, not a big fan of the Toy Story pops.
Ugly.
They just haven't, even the new ones, they just really haven't figured out how to make them look okay.
Well, somebody I saw, I forget who, so I can't shout them out. They took the Woody Pop and ever so slightly modified it. Like just elongate his head a little bit.
And it looks better?
Like just ever use the same like model, like didn't change anything like clothes wise, like appearance, like
Wow.
stance wise. They just ever so slightly tweaked it, made him a little taller, and it was so much better.
Huh.
It was so much better. I have to find the picture.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love to see that because especially the Buzz one. The Buzz one I give a little credit to because they have to make the pop and then they have to, I would think, put the little like thing on for his space helmet. So that's pretty cool that they do that. Still, it's still like goofy looking. Maybe those ones need mouths because they don't have mouths. I think they might benefit from some kind of mouth.
I'll show you the Woody one.
Yeah, show me the Woody one, but like, hold on. I just want to pull these up and look at these Toy Story pops.
I like the Slinky Dog one. Slinky Dog.
Share this. Yeah, see, they don't have mouths, and I think they could benefit. Let's share this. I think these could benefit from like look at this. Like this is oh wait, hold on.
I like Bullseye.
Like see, look, Buzz has this one doesn't have the dome, but this is from Toy Story 4. He just has his little chin thing here, right? His little like put like a mouth on him or something.
No.
Like the alien has a mouth, and that looks good.
Well, that's ooh.
A claw.
Claw.
Bullseye. Yeah, Bullseye's cute.
Yeah, and look at Slinky Dog.
Where's Slinky?
Right there.
Where? Oh, that's Slinky? Yeah, Slinky's okay. He has a mouth. And it just looks better. Like,
well, that's because they're not humans.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Ugh. Give Buzz a mouth and that would just look 10 times better. Wheezy looks great.
Because he's not a human.
Buzz is.
Like humanoid.
What? Like, and he's humanoid too.
Like, but he's like a penguin. Like, modeled after a penguin. Buzz is modeled after a human.
Whatever. Look at Combat Carl.
He got a stash.
He has a stash. That looks a little, okay.
Maybe it's because Buzz doesn't have a nose.
I don't know. I just want to love these pops. Like I really do want to love these pops. I can't.
Why doesn't Buzz have a nose?
I don't know. Or maybe are we just not seeing it because of the pixel? I don't know. I just wish that they could make these look a little bit better. But anyways, that's that.
I was just hoping that the image would pop up, but I guess not. I'll look it up for you.
Ugh, look at this thing. Benson.
Ew.
Toy Story 4. Where's Duke Kaboom? Isn't he he's a pop? Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. Keanu Reeves in a Toy Story movie.
Yeah. Anyways. Laren saying penguinoid.
Penguinoid.
Eddie and Haley, have you seen Teen Wolf yet? No, it's over there in the collection. It's in the stack. I want to watch it so bad.
Then do we watch Teen Wolf or Ghost?
Oh, we're watching Ghost tonight. But Teen Wolf is definitely coming up. Definitely coming up. Michael J. Fox all the way. Yeah, the Toy Story pops need mouths. See, they just need mouths. I don't know. Sometimes Funko Pops need mouths.
Maybe it's because their eyes are so high set. Like
penguinoid.
Their eyes are like really high set. Like where the forehead would be on a normal pop are where Buzz's eyes are. So it's making like the rest of the face look blank.
Yeah, something's wrong. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I forget where I was going. Penguinoid. That's the word of the day. Penguinoid. Anything else we want to talk about? Anything else you want to talk about? Let us know in the chat. Otherwise, we've been going for an hour 26. What? Oh, I mean, that's gonna be a separate video, but we'll say it here on the thing. No, Richie. Oh, you were doing so good, Richie. You're gonna get blocked. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Richie?
That's why I say you should have censored the name.
Anyways, yeah, we're not highlighting that comment. So we got in the mail our very first, I feel like I can say this, subscriber box sent to us. I feel like he's subscribed to us. I feel like he would be subscribed to us.
Well, I mean, I don't like calling it fan mail.
Definitely not fan mail. Subscriber mail.
I like calling it friend mail.
Subscriber mail, friend mail, whatever you, but definitely, yeah, like I agree. Fan mail, tacky. Plus, it's just like.
That's so like belittling.
Well, yeah, that. Plus, I just don't like. I just don't like it. Right.
I like friend mail.
The channel's called Fans of Something, right?
Those are the okay.
That's as far as we're gonna go with the term fans.
It's because we're calling it to ourselves.
Yeah, like we don't want to think that people are fans of us. Like that's just like how you get a big head.
Yeah, that's pretty narcissistic.
All this is someone who I think is subscribed to us, and who we're talking about is Johnny White Jr., the creator of Funko Popcorn, who I've tried to convince to come on Fans of Something Live, and he's just like I'm camera shy. But anyways, he also he created the Geek Out Toys and Collectibles booth at the Daytona Flea Market, which we did a vlog on. So he's been on the channel. And so anyways, he messaged me not that long ago and he was like, hey, dude, I want to send you something. I don't know if it was because he was turning down Fans of Something Live and he felt like he needed to kind of, send us something to make it right. Either way, he decided to send us something in the mail in a nice big box. So it's our first subscriber mail package. And we're going to do a separate video on that. We're going to film it. We are thinking about doing it tonight. And
I want to do it tonight.
Yeah,
we'll probably, anxious.
Yeah, because we're on sometimes you got to be on like a high kind of deal when you want to make videos. Sometimes it's kind of strenuous to make videos. But yeah, so we'll unbox it tonight because you and I both want to. Like, he didn't tell me what he was sending us.
He just told me that it was something for you and something for me.
There you go.
I don't know if it's like one thing for both of us, or I don't know.
I don't know. So anyways, that's right behind me. And so we're going to open that and yeah, we're going to do it. Laren blocked. Thank you, Laren. Thanks, Laren. Yes, Tony. Thanks, Laren. Yeah, it's weird how those people come into this chat room.
Why?
It's so bizarre. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
But it's like they want us to say that we're
Part zone.
It's like
they want us to say that we're friends with Dave.
Because like he was saying, like, are you going to HHN?
Yeah, it's like he was like poking us.
Yeah, it's like, are you going to HHN?
And I fall for it too. Like I fall for it because that's something that I do have a hard time with. Is I do believe a lot of, especially like online, like I do believe a lot of people are good-hearted. Like there's a lot of good.
Yeah, because it's like if you're asking us about like going to HHN and he was here in our last stream.
It's a shame. All it is, it's a shame. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same exact person just creating multiple different accounts because they get blocked and they're like, all right, well, let me create another one.
It's like bullying.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you're going to HHN? Yeah. Are you going to HHN this year? Yeah. Are you going with anybody? Yeah.
So sad. So sad that people just can't be positive in the world. But we're trying to be positive here on the channel. That's what we try and aim to do here. And hopefully you've enjoyed hanging out with us. I know we've enjoyed hanging out with all of you in the chat. This is always fun to do. It's an endorphin rush. 100% an endorphin rush. Am I good-hearted, Eddie?
Last we checked.
Well,
you didn't ask me.
Yeah, like I don't know you in person. I don't know you personally, Rock Music Forever, but I think you're pretty good-hearted as far as I know. I don't know.
I mean, he just asked you, not me. According to me, I think you're good.
Yeah. As far as I know. I know Tony's good-hearted. I know Laren's good-hearted. Mikey's good-hearted.
Mikey.
I know a lot of people are good-hearted. That's how the comments are on the YouTube videos as well. Start nice and turn to D-bags.
Like why?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Why?
Rock Music Forever. Thanks, Haley. Dude, I like gave you such good compliments and you're thanking her. Yeah, no, but like some people can't handle it. Some people can't handle the negativity on YouTube. I feel like we'll be able to, because I mean, it just comes with the territory.
Yeah, I can understand how it can be overwhelming though. Like,
you just disassociate from those people.
Well, I was bullied in high school, so
yeah. So no bullying here on this channel. Okay, we're not going to stand for it.
Yeah, feel bad for me.
So but yeah, so I think we're gonna get heading off here so we can
open that box.
Open the box, film that video, watch Ghosts. Also, we gotta have dinner.
I forgot.
Gotta have something about do something about dinner.
Yeah, I kind of like haven't eaten today.
So thank you for tuning into this random last minute live stream. This was not planned whatsoever. Just earlier today, I was like, I think it'd be cool if we went live. So
we can.
Yeah, why not, right? So look forward to maybe more of these in the future. Let us know if we should do that. We'll definitely keep them going if you enjoy hanging out with us. And yeah, we'll be back with new videos coming up, as well as our weekly live stream, which is on Wednesdays. Love your positivity. Can't wait for that unboxing. I get them legit weekly. You get used to it. It's annoying though. Yeah, it is. It is. And thank you, Laren. Thank you. Yeah. That's all you can do is be positive. Why be negative when you can be positive? Like, what's that old adage? It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I was like, why would you frown when you could smile? Right. This has been a very fun stream. Thanks for hanging out. Much appreciated. Enjoy Ghost.
I'm sure I will.
She's going to. And I'm going to enjoy rewatching it. That's a movie I can watch all the time. So thank you. We will be back. We promise we'll be back. But until that time, there is something that all of you out there have to do, especially all those people that are negative naysayers. They have to really do this. They have to find something, right? And they have to keep doing this. What is it?
They have to oh god. Oh shit.
I feel like it's 3 words, right? Wait, hold on.
That's 5.
5 words. There we go. I was thinking of Just Fans of something.
Oh, whatever.
But they have to do
it's very specific thing.
Very specific thing. It's 5 words. And
it's to
keep being fans of something.